stars of the radio, now watch as we ascend. Second string telling the truth, there's no need to take offense. Rant Jake Logan in the booth, so you better pay attention. Ballin' for a long time, I'm feeling like I'm A-Rock. Ballin' every night and paper chasing is my day job. I can't wait till the bass drop, can't wait till I take off. I don't know how to get stopped, I'm Barry Sanders with the rock. You hope you get into the game, I put a 30 every day. It's straight cash, homie Randy Moss with the pay. I've been ballin' like I'm Damon, spittin' like I'm Jay. And in case you ain't know the name, I'm Strawberry Jams. I'm with your chick, going hand with the click, with the fans. Sticking to the game plan, coach said get the bands. All my dogs up in here, but we don't like the Huskies. All Jams got a show guarantee, that's a musty. Front row, see me ballin', gave you courtside seating in the game. Know one thing, of course I'm meeting. And we do it every day, we do it every weekend. Never had an off day or an off season.
And good afternoon, Corvallis. You're listening to Second String Sports on 88.7 FM KBVR Corvallis. And that was some theme song heat coming through your speakers if you're just tuning in.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Strawberry Jams. So that was money.
Now that we officially have a Second String Sports radio theme song.
You can look for that full song coming up on SoundCloud soon. You can go blast that in your headphones, even if we're not on air.
Mm-hmm. It's just a little reminder that we're that much closer to getting that ESPN contract, but it is what it is.
It's close.
We're
it's
balling
really
on
close.
the independent budget right now.
I'm liking this one more than the first take intro, personally.
The Wale Stolly one.
Yeah. Got the jams.
Alrighty, so we're back for another week, Friday 1 to 2. If you are just now tuning in, it is Dad's weekend at OSU, so we got a few Pops rolling through Corvallis probably today and tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We got some football to talk about, some basketball to talk about that went on last night. And of course, we got the NFL and NBA picks of the week, predictions of the week, and just some general topics to throw out your way. Mm-hmm. I mean, heck, there could be some dads listening right now. So
Hey, we got dads on dads on dads.
There's a whole new dad demographic.
A whole new demographic
of dad bods.
We love dad bods.
So if you're listening to this with your dad right now and you want to join the debate, if your dad has a Twitter, he can tweet at us. If he doesn't, you can make one right now and still tweet at us. So at Second String KBVR is the show's Twitter, or hashtag Second String Sports, for any time you want to join the discussion with us during the show, debate something that we're talking about, disagree, hate us, love us, feel us.
We'll take the heat.
We'll take the heat because we're made for the kitchen.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm Jake,
Logan,
and Grant.
Let's get started. We had a game last night go down in Gill Coliseum. We'll kick it off some basketball discussion before we get to the football of the weekend. Mm-hmm. Preseason game, first Gill action outside of the Dam Slam last week.
Yeah, we got
a couple weeks ago.
We got a little bit of a revenge against Western Oregon, surprisingly.
Yeah, finally.
Last year we took the L at home for the exhibition game.
Yes.
But this year, different story. But ultimately, Western did put up a fight there in the first half. Former Beaver Alex Roth had a game. He had 14 points. He's now playing for Western Oregon. But they took the lead with about 3 minutes. They were up by 1, but the Beavers went on an 8-0 run at the end of half and didn't look back after that. But it was it was good to see the freshmen. It was the freshman ball out last night.
Little Bruce action.
Oh yeah,
Little Eubanks coming out party.
Oh my, Eubanks. Yeah, he's going to be the thing to come here for the next, hopefully a few years here to go.
Hopefully 4.
And Trey Stinkle as well. We had great performances from our freshmen. And Eubanks, he had a double-double with 10 rebounds and 16 points and with some amazing dunks and blocks. Tossed a couple back into the stands. He got the crowd energized. I think it was 5 blocks. I just saw the stat there.
Couple steals too.
Yeah, and he was just a beast in the paint. And with Gomez out, that's going to be huge going forward.
It definitely is. I mean, I was talking about this last night. I think that Daniel Gomez, we're going to lose a lot of experience defensively, but it helps to have a freshman coming in here who's as athletic as Drew Eubanks is.
Yeah.
Clearly going to take a little bit more time to, get into the swing of things. I mean, Gomez has been here 3 years and knows the Pac-12.
The swing of everything.
And knows that, but Eubanks is going to be something to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he was the only freshman who started last night. The starting five was Olaf, Malcolm, Langston, Drew Eubanks, and Gary. And if that's going forward, I'm totally fine with that as a starting lineup. But the only thing that's a little worrisome without Gomez is just the depth of the big man at the bench, because even Njai he's hurt right now too. Jamal's out for another 4 to 6 weeks still. Just the if you have Olaf at centers, that's sometimes a lost in boards, but we outboarded them last night. Granted, it was Western Oregon, and these games starting up are going to be gearing up for the Pac-12. But I liked what I saw last night, even though there's holes in the defense right now, and that's the only thing that I'm really concerned. And that's what we lived off and thrived off last year. But ultimately, I think our offense is going to be spectacular and
much better.
Yeah,
the bench is going to be so huge.
The bench is going to be great, and Gary had 17 boards last night to lead the team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gary he was feeling ill last night. It was like flu-like symptoms, but ultimately he still had 6 points, 7 assists, 17 rebounds, and for a game that doesn't mean much, that's still a pretty good stat line.
Gary Payton Sr. was in the building too, so
yeah, we had
it's always a good night.
We had the glove in the building,
fitted in straight camo.
Yeah,
it was a good night. I think one thing just. There were tons of positives to be taken from the game. One thing, wow, sorry, something happened with my mic. One thing,
big fumbling guy.
Yeah, but one thing, that needs to be a little bit improved on free throw shooting.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah,
I mean, you can just kind of chalk it up to being early on in the season and a little bit of nerves. But 18 for 34 is not going to get it done a lot of nights. So
exactly,
something that's got to be improved there. At times, offense looked a teeny bit stagnant, but I'm pretty sure that's mostly just because a lot of these guys, that was our first actual time playing all together. So, it's going to get going. Not worried about that at all. But free throw shooting.
Yeah. Free throw shooting right now. It's free throw shooting, defense, and that's probably the main priorities I think is going to be key for us. We left, I think Western Oregon had like 12 threes. And they shot a good percentage from the arc.
They were raining towards the end of the first and the beginning of the second.
Yeah, so that's going to be key for our defense to come out and protect against shooters there.
Yeah,
and I think once we get that, the defense will come. Tinkle's going to be harping them in practice after that, and probably with free throws as well. So I'm not worried with that at all. I think main factor is health. So.
We'll see how we go moving forward, but it did look promising to say the least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was just impressed also by Trace. Trace, when he was on the floor, he looked to score, and he
super athletic, obviously. But
he was just driving in the paint, just trying to score, and that's what you want to look for from a slashing forward now.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be a shooter, so
yeah, and he's just
he is
the lefty.
Right now.
The lefty craft is also pretty impressive.
I love it.
Yeah, I think we're gearing up for the next game. It's Northwest Christian.
That's our actual first.
That's our
real game.
Actual first game. Yeah, it's on November 14th. So we got to, we still got a ways away until that actually happens.
Yeah,
it's next Saturday.
It's gonna be a big weekend for OSU athletics too. I mean, we got that and the Cal game same day.
Yeah.
That's gonna be intense. I can't wait.
Yeah, you gotta choose. Gotta choose your favors there. You gotta pick which one you want.
Football.
Well, I think the football game is actually gonna be later.
Yeah, they'll be able to fit both.
Yeah, you can fit.
They
both.
would not schedule. They'll schedule it perfectly.
Pac-12 does some interesting things.
True. I'm pretty sure they will be at different times though. So
yeah, they will.
It's gonna be in Oregon State.
Yeah. It's gonna be at 4:30.
Every day is an Oregon State day, Grant.
Every day is a Go Beavs day.
Well, an extra Go Beavs day there.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, moving on to some football action. We do got second to last home game of the season tomorrow. Dad's weekend game official. UCLA comes to Reser Stadium. What are we thinking, guys?
Well, we'll kick out that.
Is this the first?
Let's recap the Utah game real quick too.
Yeah.
As
It wasn't as bad as we predicted.
Yeah, it was
which was
27
nice.
to 12. So it was in favor of Utah.
It was
Utah
a
now
loss,
7 to 1.
Yeah.
I think it was a game that you could improve on. Nick Mitchell had
there was improvements.
Nick Mitchell played decent.
Yeah.
So I was just impressed by the fight that we had overall. And Utah's a tough team. We shut down Devontae Booker. I wouldn't say he actually shut down, but he didn't like run all over. Like we were watching the pregame. Some Pac-12 analysis had us losing by over like 50, and we didn't have that exactly, but we were thinking somewhat of the same thing, that it wouldn't be a pretty game, but overall, like that's a respectable game. And I don't know. I just like the fight that our Sataki's defense right now is just money. And we played hard against Colorado. We played hard against Utah in Utah, which is fantastic for such a loud and hostile environment. But
Hey, you can hear it this week too.
yeah,
Headphones on fleek this week.
they're not broken.
Ooh, that was a rhyme too.
Yeah. Friday rhymes in the booth.
Yeah. So overall, I was impressed by the performance that our defense and ultimately our offense. We moved the ball decent. We just couldn't get any touchdowns. Really, we just couldn't score.
Could have been worse.
It really could have been.
Could have been way worse.
Overall, I was just impressed by how tough we played.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you look at it, first downs, Utah had 20, Oregon State 16. So I mean, that just kind of goes to your point. We were moving the ball. I was mostly impressed with the defense, like you were saying. I mean, they clearly fought the whole time. Booker is something that's just can't really be stopped. And I thought that we did a pretty good job. 121 yards on 25 carries. I mean, that's a good day for him, but also he's had much better days as well. So, I was impressed with the defense, the fight that they had. I love how these Gary Anderson teams just don't give up ever. And, we're lacking some talent on defense, and he's still making things happen.
Yeah.
So, I was impressed overall.
Yeah. So now transitioning to UCLA. UCLA coming in ranked 24th in the nations. Josh Rosen's a freshman phenom who likes to have hot tub baths in his dorm room.
I respect that.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. But this is it's going to be a tough game. UCLA's they played hard against they just come out and they play tough. And right now the Pac-12 is just hard to predict. So I'm not going to say that, I'll give my prediction later, but I'm not going to say my prediction now, but I think, as we said, the key to the game probably is going to be finish drives and probably get the running game going. I think if we get the run game, if we just pound the rock, and I think that's going to be a key point for our team there this weekend. But it just depends. I want to see Ryan Nall get the ball more, because again, in the game against Utah, we just didn't give him the ball enough, and there would be times on like the 3 or the 5 yard line where we just did some funky plays, and I just think if you just pound it in with Ryan Nall, it's probably the best. So
I agree. I think he needs to handle the ball more. I hear that from a lot of people too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy. I mean, even if he's stopped, he falls forward and gets a couple yards. So
Because he's huge.
yeah.
Quarterback situation. What do you guys think about that? Tomorrow,
ultimately the way
You
I
agree?
see it. Oh yeah, I think we need to start Seth Mitchell for the rest of the time. Or
Seth Mitchell.
Seth Mitchell.
No,
Ooh,
combo.
innovative.
I got combo.
No, if we could combo,
If we
that'd
could
be
combo
awesome.
two
You know, the
quarterbacks.
arm with the legs.
Run with the
Wow.
arm. You got Cam Newton.
Yeah, people rattle me. So we ultimately, I think Nick Mitchell should be our quarterback for the rest of the year.
I think it's already decided. It's pretty much self-decided.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm really curious to know about this whole Seth Collins injury, if it actually is an injury. You know, we brought that up last week.
We saw
no one really knows.
We
I
saw
have
something
no idea.
on the things overheard, and people were like, "Well, bro, come on, calm it down," which is grateful, or just what you should do. But I don't know. We kind of speculated it, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I have no idea. No inside
called
knowledge.
it.
Just an idea.
Yeah, it's just throwing it
Just a
out
little
there. But
Idea festering in your mind.
if you heard it last week, then you know what we're talking about. But we'll leave it at that.
Maturity issues. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Mitchell going forward should be our quarterback for the rest of this season. I'm not saying he's the future. Going forward, I just think for the best for this team this year is to start Mitchell for every single game.
And he's had glimpses too. It's not like it's like we're settling, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good arm. He's had some iffy decisions at some points, and it's weird
The
because
accuracy is there, though.
some throws he makes,
Yeah.
just look so effortlessly, and then he'll throw a
It's the
screen pass
decision.
into the ground, and it's
Yeah.
like, wait,
Yeah.
what? Like, I don't know, just a little bit of inconsistency, but he has his flashes, but so has Seth Collins. So I don't know. I obviously Mitchell is starting, and we'll see what he can do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Big stage for him. Big game for him. All right. Predictions for tomorrow. UCLA. It's an early game, by the way, for
Yeah.
all you guys out there who've had,
Thank you.
Logan's been complaining about that for a few weeks.
Thank you.
1:30 kickoff.
So grateful. But okay, so this is the way I see it. UCLA has depleted. They're like. They've had some injuries. They've had multiple injuries on the defensive side of the ball. That's going to help us ultimately, and it's this is just tough. If I had it looking at the next schedule going forward, this could be a game that this could be a huge upset, but
It could.
I don't think I'm gonna go that bold. It's just that's a real tough pick. Man, I'm gonna go 28-21 Bruins. I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt there, but I think it's gonna be a tough game. I just have the Bruins going forward.
Grant, what do you think?
Gosh, we're still waiting for that one game where everything comes together.
Yeah.
For OSU. I don't know. I feel like it's just coming soon, but we said that
We
last
keep
week.
saying that.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I think at home with hopefully a decent crowd with a 1 p.m. start time on a Saturday. Dad's weekend.
Dads will be there. Maybe a little rowdy.
I don't know. This could be the week. Maybe I'm gonna go 24-21 Beavs.
I like it.
In a close game. I think the defense shows up.
No, I like it.
We need to
that's what I'm
find.
doing.
We need to
That's what I'm
find
going
that
with.
imbalance of who picks for the Beavs, who picks against the Beavs. So then that's what we win this week.
Yeah, we need to have the good mojo.
So I think we've never done a Logan picks against, and we both pick Beavs. So I'm gonna go. What'd you pick?
24-21.
He had Beavs. I have UCLA.
Yeah, I know you went UCLA. I'm gonna go 28-17 Beavs.
All right.
And I think if that combo works, we're picking that every week. You're never picking the Beavs again. Even for the Civil War, you're picking the Ducks.
If that was worth for the Beavs to win every single game,
What you got to do
going forward for the rest of my life,
Duty of the radio host.
I'd be fine with that. But ultimately, I just think Josh Rosen, he's a great quarterback. Pac-12, we just gave. I wouldn't say Travis Wilson's a great quarterback. I just say he's athletic. But
You've always hated on him.
I just say Josh Rosen. He's a great freshman phenom. So if I had
He's definitely a freshman phenom.
yeah, the way you see him chilling in his hot tub.
It's phenom to me.
Yeah, I just think Josh Rosen is going to be too tough. Paul Perkins is another solid running back. So yeah, I'm going to go. I just think their offense is going to be pretty tough, but defense depleted, so it gives us a chance. So, boom.
Exactly. All right. So stay tuned for that game. 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. Bring your dads. Bring basically anyone that wants to come through.
Yeah, show up and be loud.
I think it will be a better,
Another big
definitely a better
recruiting day,
crowd.
too.
1:30 especially. It's gonna be fun. Well, we're gonna take the first PSA break of the show, but when we come back, make sure to stay tuned. We got lots more to talk about. NFL, NBA, just general life discussion. Hashtag Second String Sports. If you want to join the debate, stay tuned.
The Corvallis Area MPO brings you your daily bike safety tip. Tip number 1. Share the road. Ride in the bike lane or right side of the travel lane whenever possible. If there is no bike lane, or the lane is narrow, you may ride in the middle of the lane just like a vehicle. Always use hand signals and be predictable. Remember, drive your bike. Bikes are vehicles too.
And we're back, Second String Sports. We just wrapped up some Oregon State basketball and some Oregon State football discussions. If you guys have any opinions, game predictions for Saturday, thoughts on the Oregon State basketball game, tweet at us. We'll take any tweets.
We like tweets.
Yeah, we like tweets. Shout out biggest fan Crystal for Instagram and the live feed on the show too.
She gave us an Instagram shout out?
Yeah.
Nice.
Big Instagram fans. All the Alaskan Instagrammers.
Yeah.
Big fans of Second String Sports.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Shout out to our Alaska crew.
Yeah. We got a whole t-shirt operation down there.
We just got a wide demographic, man.
Shout out China.
Yeah. We got listeners there.
Mm-hmm. Shout out. Jorge might not be listening, but
If he is,
shout out Jorge.
he's on his way down for Dad's weekend.
shout out Jorge if you're driving. All right, moving on. Let's talk a little football, NFL football. So then we can have plenty of time of NBA discussion for this show.
Yeah, true.
Because we're done with baseball too. I'm pretty sure actually the World Series ended before our last show. So
Yeah, so
it was
we had-
this
yeah,
past
the-
Sunday. So
Kansas City Royals
Kansas City
won.
won the World Series.
I called the sweep. It didn't happen. It was 4-1, but I call it good enough. Royals were the best team throughout the postseason. So, and Matt Harvey wanted to stay in that game, and he kind of choked. So, deserved.
Big choking guy.
Yeah,
Man, choke soundbite would be so clutch.
yeah, it would be.
And Savage.
We should just make our own.
I'm just trying to look for.
We're good. You just
Yeah,
love
not
that
a
one.
choke.
Big fan of the hawk
Yeah.
or eagle, whatever it is. All right.
All right, yeah, none of those sounded like
Yeah.
jokes, but
So
I know. I just like to touch. All right. NFL picks of the week, so then we can have plenty of NBA talk.
picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week.
I don't know how that's so consistent the whole time. Like, it sounds the same every single time.
Because it's recorded. That's
True.
why we don't do that live.
I haven't,
okay.
those words haven't come out of my mouth for months.
Yeah,
All right,
years.
cool.
When are you going to join in on the chorus, Grant?
Well, you guys just do it so well. I don't want to mess it up.
Grant has too many.
Grant, solo.
Picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week. Picks of the week.
Nice.
Hey.
All right,
That made me a happy boy.
all right. We'll go into our rapid fire NFL predictions.
Oh, yeah. Just quick. Before we go to that.
Hardy.
Oh, we can't get to that after. We can't get to that. Good point. But I was just going to say there's the game last night that
True.
people were talking about.
Bengals, Browns.
8-0.
Yeah, man, the Bengals are just looking good. I think
Really good. I didn't think they were going to be long lasting, but no.
Andy Dalton, man,
Just the
red hair thriving.
ginger magician.
The ginger magician.
Kind of feeling that.
Ginger magic. But yeah, Manziel sucks. So
Yeah, Jake has forever hatred on Johnny Manziel.
Okay,
I
but
do.
for real, I think the Browns should start Manziel for the rest of the year and just see what they have because they're 2-7.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, you had spent a first round pick on him. Might as well give him an extended period of time and see exactly what he can do.
and the Browns are just like a depleting franchise, and I feel bad if anybody's a fan of them.
Yeah, I mean, McCown is not your quarterback of the future. So
That was
yeah, I mean,
demonic.
that's my Whether you like Johnny Manziel or not,
Yeah, you
I
just
think
gotta roll with him.
You just gotta roll with him the rest of the year, see what he can bring, and if he
if
doesn't,
not,
then just go
cut
out
him.
and do something. Find another 18th quarterback in 10
Can't
years.
wait till he gets cut. Can't wait till he's working as an alcoholic bartender.
All right, yeah, I can see that. Shots fired there. All right, we're gonna wrap picks.
All right, let's go.
The Dolphins at the Bills.
Battle of the 3 and 4s.
Yep.
Dolphins.
This is tough.
It's not like Buffalo's home crowd really does much, so.
I don't know where the hate happened from the city of Buffalo.
I'm a hateful boy today.
But I think I'm going to go Buffalo at home. I think that's all I have to decide there.
I'm also going Buffalo. I think their defense shows up.
Man, Jake hates Buffalo.
Yeah, why do you hate Buffalo?
I like buffalo wings and buffalo sauce.
All right,
All right, we
things.
got the Packers at the Panthers.
That's a good game.
6-1 versus 7-0.
I'm going to go Carolina. Carolina stays undefeated just because of the home crowd, momentum.
right.
Packers coming off a little bit of a demoralizing loss. Well, not demoralizing, but
I'm going to go Packers.
okay.
I don't know. I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to stay undefeated, and I think
Not for long, but
not for long. But I'm just saying that this could be their first win or first loss. So
fair enough.
Aaron Rodgers, possible MVP. So I'm going to toss it out there.
That's kind of where I was going. I'm going Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers, bounces back from a tough week, and like Logan said, I don't think the Panthers. I respect the Panthers, great team. Don't think they're going to go undefeated. I think this is their first one.
The Rams
Fair enough.
at the Vikings.
Unattractive game.
Well, it's a battle of 4-3 and 5-2. I wouldn't say it's totally. I'm going to go Minnesota at home. Minnesota has been a surprising team this year. Young wide receivers, Teddy Bridgewater, AP's back, choking on his.
As long as AP's got that chewing tobacco in his lip, to
Or
energize him and kill his body.
Or in his tummy.
This one's a toss up. The line
It's
is
tough.
even.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go Rams. I think Gurley has a big day again.
Gurley's been going
Gurley's
off.
just. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about Gurley. I'm going to go Rams.
Okay.
I have to go Minnesota as well.
Boom. Rapid fire. We got the Redskins at the Patriots.
Don't even
Patriots.
move on. Just don't even. Yeah, we don't need to
throw
discuss.
it out.
You shouldn't have even said that.
The Tennessee Titans versus the New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna go Saints. Titans just fired their head coach.
Titans are in turmoil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees is coming off a 7-touchdown performance. Saints.
Yeah,
Yep.
Saints too.
Saints.
Rapid.
The Jaguars at the Jets.
I'm going Jets. No one was saying anything, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to break the silence to some jet action too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with some Jets. Next game. The Oakland Raiders versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers.
Actually, an interesting game with
Yeah.
Big Ben coming back, too.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not a Raiders fan. I hate the Raiders, but they have been a surprising team and a good team this year.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr's been playing really
And
well.
Pittsburgh just also lost Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, dang. I forgot about
But they
that.
had D'Angelo Williams. I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go Raiders. I think they get a big road win, but it's going to be tough.
It's a tough game.
I'm changing my prediction to the Raiders on that.
Ooh. Next game. Switch up. The Atlanta Falcons versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Falcons.
Falcons.
Devontae Freeman's going to run all over him.
Yeah, Falcons. Unanimous.
49ers.
I might be in trouble on that one.
True.
That was a good soundbite.
Kaepernick's also
quick
Kaepernick's
little-
benched.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
little,
Blaine Gabbert is just going
Give
to
a
be
Grant.
horrid.
Grant's I'm adjusting his mic to get this dramatic effect for anyone watching on TV right now.
Oh,
but
okay.
Grant's a 49ers fan. He's wearing, flash the camera. If it can,
You got to stick with the squad, all right?
if the camera can see him, he's wearing his 49ers shirt right now.
But yeah,
Doing your little monologue on the Kaepernick situation.
Literally
Opinions.
no faith in Blaine Gabbert whatsoever. I still think Colin Kaepernick could be an effective NFL quarterback. I mean, he has like all the tools to be. He's just kind of peaked at the Niners. I mean, if he went somewhere like, the Eagles or something like that, I think that he could. I mean, obviously he's not going to go to the Eagles with Sam Bradford, but you know what I'm saying? Like a system like that.
It's just before we move on as well, going off that quarterback discussion, the Lions today fired their coach.
Yeah.
So, and now they also have had, now they've also had discussions of potentially moving on from Stafford, from Matt Stafford. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, the Lions have been horrible. So
they've been terrible.
They got to do something.
Yeah, they got to do something. So we'll see from there. All right, next game. The Giants at the Bucks.
Giants.
I'm going to go Giants.
Jameis will play well, though.
Jameis has actually been playing better. I'm going to go Tampa Bay at home.
Next game. The Broncos at the Colts.
Broncos.
Man, Andrew Luck has been...
I don't understand where that came from. Just
offensive coordinator fired, but honestly, he's just been playing bad.
I just don't think he's healthy.
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it.
He's just trying to play through it. But it's not helping out the team much. I'm gonna go Broncos. The defense is looking pretty good. It's tough. Broncos.
Broncos.
I like it. Broncos as well for me.
Last game. The Bears at the Chargers.
Oh, what about Eagles Cowboys too? We got two more.
I skipped Eagles Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, Eagles Cowboys.
Big skip guy.
I'm going Eagles.
Eagles as well.
Eagles. All right. Bears at Chargers.
Chargers.
This is kind of a bad game too. I'm gonna go Chargers at home though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers. Bears don't have Matt Forte, so Chargers. All right, that was rapid fire.
All right. Before we move on, we're going to take a quick PSA break, and then we're going to return with a little bit of wrap-up discussion, then move on to the NBA here. Once again, this is Second String Sports on 88.7 FM, 1 to 2 p.m. every Friday. Shout out to all the dads out there listening, snuggled up on the couch. Well, maybe not by 1, but...
No, the dads are up at 6 a.m. and they're got their coffee brewed, and they're, come on, son, get ready. And their son's probably just like, nah.
Yeah. Nah. Dads love coffee and beer and Second String Sports.
Yep.
True.
Quick PSA break. We'll be right back. You're listening to KBVR.
Are your kids on the computer all day? Pulling the power cord can get them onto the playground. Creative moms can keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas at letsmove.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
Make good nutrition and physical activity part of your family's daily lifestyle. Be our guest to healthy living and visit letsmove.gov to learn more. Brought to you by Let's Move, the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Ad Council.
And we're back. Second String Sports, rounding out the show here with some quick discussions of general sports news, topics in the media, and then we're going to move on to the biggest part of our show, NBA. So before we move on, we already did shout out the game this Thursday. There are some other stuff in the news going on, though. What do we want to talk about first?
You never got into the Greg Hardy thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was... All right, let's talk about Greg Hardy.
Well, the way I see it, I think the Cowboys ultimately knew what was going to be.
Of course
they knew this is going to be shown, and they ultimately knew what they were getting themselves into. But they pretty much
didn't care.
Sold their soul to the devil, which is Greg Hardy.
Yes.
Why do they have him? Why is he still in the league? Why is Ray Rice? Why give Hardy a chance when the Ray Rice is
kill the guy? Oh, that was Ray Lewis. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? Ray Rice didn't do that. But.
Okay.
I agree with you, though. Ray Rice is exiled when Hardy pretty much did the same thing. It just wasn't caught on video.
Well, yeah. and Ray Rice, too, came out, actually publicly apologized, did all
Hardy
these,
care.
Did all
Hardy's
these,
scum.
Get all the work with these organizations. And,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hardy just doesn't get it.
Hardy's the worst. Jake's about the show for our listeners. He's holding up a trash can.
For everyone who's watching online, which this is a plug to where if you're not watching online, KBVR.com, you can watch the live stream of our show on camera.
Jake's holding up a trash can.
Quick, we have Greg Hardy in the booth, Second String Sports. Quick interview here. Greg Hardy, what do you have to say about yourself?
I'm trash.
How do you feel about this weekend? Greg Hardy in the booth live, Second String Sports, talking about your domestic violence issues, the videos or the pictures have leaked recently. What do you have to say about yourself?
Nothing. I'm trash.
Thank you for your interview with Greg Hardy. We're Second String Sports 1 to 2 every week. I just kicked Greg Hardy over. Anyone who just watched that,
Man, if anybody was actually watching
that's why you should tune into the live stream, KBVR.com. We are soon going to be a TV show as well. So,
man, I kind of feel bad for the trash can, but not.
It's great.
Greg
It's hard.
Hardy, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. Transition that to NBA.
What a transition.
All right.
How do we
NBA.
transition from that?
I don't know. How about man, what do you guys think of Steph Curry right now?
Unbelievable.
Watch that game
Oh my gosh.
live from Buffalo Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just unfair. It's just honestly unfair.
Steph Curry is just treating the league just like little boys. He's killing the league. He's just unstoppable.
It's ridiculous.
It's like he's on varsity and he's playing against an 8th grade YMCA team. Like that's what he's doing
He's just
practically.
toying with
Fourth
people.
grade.
He
Yeah.
is. And it's almost just like I don't know, the Warriors are just almost looking better than they were last year at this point right now. But
beat
They are.
beat
They
the
completely
Grizzlies,
are.
one of the best defensive teams in the
By
league by
50.
yeah, so yeah.
Although maybe that says a little something more about the Grizzlies looking at the Blazers game last night as well. But we'll get to
Partially,
that.
but
I think
Warriors are still looking
the
good.
Grizzlies are getting older. Zach Randolph's not getting any younger, but he's still putting up decent numbers.
They'll
But
use a flip phone.
I just don't think the Grizzlies don't really have that much of a scoring. So I don't see the Grizzlies going to the postseason this year. That's just me. But yeah, Warriors, they're just looking tough. They're going to be a threat in the West. Huge threat.
Yeah.
So
No getting around that.
Yeah.
Warriors are.
The
Warriors
team
are being the
chemistry
Warriors.
too
Yeah.
is just
It's
is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
yeah. What do you guys think of the Derrick Rose trade rumors?
Yeah.
We got a breakup in Chicago coming in.
That's what
gonna
the
happen
headlines
soon.
are. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think Derrick
Could it
Rose
happen
would benefit
mid-season this
kind of
year?
from
This
a new
year,
start.
though? I've seen something saying before the deadline, like this year. Like that's how soon it could be coming.
Yeah, I think it.
And do you think the rumors of him not getting along with Jimmy are
I think it's
playing into this
I
as
think
well?
It's they have a new coach. They don't have Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Hoiberg.
Fred Hoiberg.
Yeah, he was
Coach H.
He was at Iowa State last year. I just think that it's because their defense is not looking as strong, and they're switched off the offense, and now this is just Jimmy Butler's team. It's not Derrick Rose's. Joakim Noah is not getting much playing time anymore. They've gone with Mirotic.
Yeah, it's kind of a recipe for disaster.
So I think Noah and Rose, mainly Rose, are going to be out by the end of the season.
Noah's been also playing terrible too. So
I agree. I don't know if it's going to be by the trade deadline necessarily. I mean, it very well could be,
just
depending on how
the Bulls aren't the Bulls.
season
Let's
goes,
just
but
come to the consensus they're not going to do anything this year.
I think that
I don't
by
think.
next year it's going to be a completely different Bulls team.
Yeah, they kind. Yep, they kind of need to.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Lakers. We're just bouncing around team by team here. We can get a system. We could talk team. We could talk almost every team if we had to, but
Can we just like transform that trash can into Kobe Bryant currently?
hey Cubs.
What's up, Kobe?
Anyway, the winless Lakers struggling more than ever. Kobe struggling more than ever. He's been airballing. He's been benched. He's been frustrated. It just came out today that Nick Young, in his 3 years as a Laker, has never once assisted Kobe Bryant. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Like,
How does that not? How's
how's that
that
happen?
possible? I mean, yeah, Kobe hasn't played a lot of games.
I know, but
Wow.
that's hilarious. It's pretty fun. Like you
Yeah.
think of one game, you can give a little pass to Kobe and he shoots a mid-range jumper and boom, you got an assist. He's giving him Swaggy P is giving Kobe the Kobe treatment.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
So that's pretty funny. Yeah.
What other teams we have to talk about? The Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant in a recent interview said Russell Westbrook is the best team. Well, not paraphrase, but best team on Oklahoma City. How do you feel about that?
Player.
Best player on the Thunder. Kevin Durant said that.
Well, Russell Westbrook is playing kind of out of his mind as much as I hate his fashion and the way he talks.
His turtle
and the way
face,
the way
his
he looks.
teeth, his dented cheek. Man, this is just a Russell roast.
Russell roast.
Sorry, Russ. I just don't like the Thunder. Ugh.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would probably I'd stick Kevin Durant as the best player on the team. But
yeah.
Thunder looking good, though, so can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Who else do we want to talk about? The Rockets just recently had, a turnaround, but we're playing like absolute trash. Specifically, the bearded buffoon, so just saying.
Lil B, the curse is real.
Yeah, the curse is real.
Hey, James, you got something to say?
I'm trash.
The trash is
James
just
is
out
on
in
his
full
side.
force today.
Man, the
We
trash
need 3
can.
trash cans.
We could have a Greg Hardy, James Harden, Kobe Bryant interview. We just prop 3 trash cans in each. Oh, let's not get twisted. Greg Hardy's a different kind of trash can, but just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on too much, Portland Trailblazers Grant. I know we got something to say after last night. 7 3-pointers from Damian Lillard.
I love my squad.
I love my squad.
Blazers are looking.
Logan, I want to hear a non-biased.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Surprisingly, the Blazers are. They're putting up numbers. Like they're putting up huge points.
Huge points.
So that's it. I'm not gonna lie. That's surprising to a lot of people. CJ McCollum's coming out and just
CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard are the second highest scoring backcourt in the NBA currently.
Yeah. So,
how much did CJ had 24 last night? Had 27 the night before.
I think Dame is 4th on NBA scoring list currently.
Yeah.
I mean, predictions for is this? I know 6 games into the season, but is this a little flash that they're going to exceed expectations?
Well, I thought from the beginning of the year they would exceed, national expectations.
Well, because the national expectations were like 20 wins. It was utterly ridiculous. Like,
I mean, there's a lot of young talent, and the thing is, they're playing hard.
Al Farouk is surprising the heck out of me.
Yes, a lot of guys that are kind of trying to,
Mason
prove
Plumlee's
their
been
worth.
looking good. Myers has struggled a lot.
Mo Harkless, the 2nd round pick, pretty much that we gave up. That is
he had
the
9
biggest
last night.
steal.
So.
I mean, we have a lot of young talent who are just giving their full effort every night, and it's fun to watch. They all fit into Stotts' system. Obviously, there's going to be times where there's some struggles. Myers Leonard has struggled so far this year. But, there's been way more positives than negatives. And,
Very true.
CJ, he's been lighting it up like a lot of people thought. He's a legitimate candidate for most improved player. I think he had the biggest differential in points from points per game from last year to this year so far in the whole NBA. So
we'll see what happens.
It's exciting.
Fun times.
What a time to be alive.
It is. I'm excited. You got any thoughts on the Spurs?
We lost the other day to a buzzer beater to Bradley Beal, which is kind of
nice defense there, LaMarcus.
You got caught off a pick, bro.
LaMarcus also got dunked on by
that was
Porzingis.
awesome.
So
Whoever didn't see that.
Porzingis is actually.
I love Kristaps. I called him before when we did our rookie predictions. I picked Porzingis. You did Cat, but obviously he's been doing amazing. But
I picked who?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah. I was gonna say what?
Rattled you with the.
Wow.
We don't.
Yeah. I don't know. Spurs, like I've said, they're still just trying to get adjusted to how to all play together now, especially with Marcus. So
It's an adjustment period, but Blazers are adjusting nicely.
So far, Blazers are making fans kind of forget about that whole thing, which is awesome. Not saying that it's going to stay like that the whole year. But
Yeah, that's true. For now.
let's
in the
just be happy
season.
for the team. We're
right
playing hard,
you guys can
playing
ride on the
well.
high note right now. Start the
We
season,
deserve
right?
that after this offseason.
Yeah.
We deserve that after this playoff series against, rematch,
Yeah.
but
Of course.
it's a fun time. NBA's full swing. Only 6 games in, and I already feel rejuvenated and actually energetic and better. Just in general, and about life.
It's just it's the fountain of youth. It's the Lazarus.
The NBA
it's the
tends to have
Lazarus
that.
pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just
exactly.
you go in there and you just come out a new man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I go through the ringer. I, attempt some things that shouldn't be said, and I come out NBA fanatic, happier about my surroundings and my inner being.
Helps the soul.
This got real weird. Greg, you want to come back?
Nah, I'm trash.
Someone picked up Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't deserve to be picked up.
Nah.
And Greg, you like being manhandled?
Nah, I'm trash.
There you go.
Good. All right. We're about out of time for this week's episode. But thank you for listening. 1 to 2 p.m. for any new listeners, for any dads that have been tuning in. Every Friday, Second String Sports on 88.7 FM KBVR. Once again, that was the new theme song on the show. Shout out Evan, a.k.a. Strawberry Jams, for that. You'll be hearing that a lot more. And we are finally podcasting our shows. So if you want to go back and listen to this weekend and with your dad, drinking some coffee around the fire, to listen to the game, before the game, we will have all of this up on Second String Sports on our YouTube account. You can just search that. Thank you for listening. Have a good Saturday. Go to the Beaver game. We're going to end out the show with the theme song. Once again, this is Second String Sports. Have a good Dad's Weekend. Peace.
It's second string, but we don't never sit the bench. Rising stars of the radio, now watch as we ascend. Second string telling the truth, there's no need to take offense. Grant J. Logan in the booth, so you better pay attention. Every star